Everyone online is talking about making $30 an hour working from your laptop. You've seen the posts, Upwork, Fiverr, Toptal, big numbers, glowing screenshots, and a promise that anyone can start today. So today we're going to slow down and actually look at 6 of the platforms behind those claims, what they really pay, and how to use them without wasting your time. Let's start with the big picture. None of these platforms hand you money for signing up. What they give you is access to real clients, real companies, and real paying work, if you're willing to treat this like building a skill instead of chasing a lottery ticket. So let's go through them one at a time, starting with the one most people have already heard of. Upwork is one of the largest freelance marketplaces in the world. It covers almost everything: web development, graphic design, writing, video editing, admin support, customer service, marketing. You name it. The way it works is simple. You build a profile that shows off your skills and any past work. Then you browse job postings and submit proposals using something called Connects, which is basically a credit system that stops people from mass applying to every job on the site. Here's something important that changed recently. Upwork used to charge freelancers a tiered commission, 20% on your first $500 with a client. Then it dropped as you earned more. That system is gone. Now Upwork uses a variable fee between 0 and 15% per contract, and most freelancers end up paying around 10%. The exact rate depends on how much demand there is for your specific skill. So what can you actually expect to earn? If you're brand new, you'll probably start in the $10 to $20 an hour range, while you build up reviews and a track record. That's normal. Almost nobody starts at the top. But once you've got a solid profile and specialized skills, especially anything related to AI, development, or high-level copywriting, rates climb fast. Upwork is a great starting point because of the sheer volume of jobs posted every single day. Next up is Fiverr, and this one works completely differently. Instead of applying to jobs, you create what Fiverr calls gigs. Think of them as pre-packaged services with a fixed price. Something like, I will design a logo, or I will write a blog article. You set the price, you set the packages, and clients come to you and buy directly. Fiverr's fee structure is simple to understand, even if it's not the cheapest. They take a flat 20% commission on every single order, and that includes tips. There's no discount for volume, no tiers. It's the same rate whether you are earning $5 or $5,000. On top of that, buyers pay their own service fee, which is worth knowing because it affects how your pricing looks to potential clients. Realistically, most sellers start with lower prices, somewhere in the $5 to $25 range, just to build up reviews and get noticed by Fiverr's algorithm. Once you've got a strong rating and you've carved out a clear niche, you can price your packages well above $100 and start building repeat clients who come back to you directly. Now let's talk about Toptal, because this one is a completely different animal. Toptal markets itself as an exclusive network for the top freelancers in software development, design, finance, and project management. And unlike Upwork or Fiverr, getting in is genuinely difficult. Applicants go through a multi-stage screening process, skill tests, live interviews, and an actual trial project before they're accepted. Toptal has stated that only a small percentage of people who apply actually make it through. This is not a beginner platform. If you're just starting out, Toptal probably isn't for you yet. But if you already have solid, provable experience, especially in development or finance, this is where you'll find serious, often long-term, corporate clients willing to pay premium rates, specifically because Toptal has already done the vetting for them. Let's shift gears to the last 3 platforms, because these work differently from the first 3. Instead of freelance gigs, they're built around finding actual jobs, whether that's full-time, part-time, or contract-based remote work. First is FlexJobs. This is a curated job board that focuses specifically on remote, hybrid, and flexible positions. What makes it different from just scrolling a generic job site is that FlexJobs actually screens every single listing before it goes live, which filters out a huge amount of the scam postings you'd normally have to wade through. It runs on a paid subscription, which gives you access to the full database and their job search tools. If you're looking for an actual job rather than freelance gigs, and you want some peace of mind that the listings are legitimate, this is a strong option. Next is We Work Remotely. one of the largest remote-only job boards on the internet. It leans heavily toward programming, marketing, customer support, and operations roles. Companies post their openings directly, and you apply the normal way: no bidding, no gig packages. Because it's such a popular board, competition for the best listings can be high, so this works best when you've got a specific, well-developed skill set and an application that's ready to go the moment you see a role you want. And finally, remote.co. This one is part job board, part resource hub. Alongside listings, it has articles and guides to help you research which companies actually have a mature, established remote culture before you apply. If you want to avoid companies that only pretend to support remote work, this is a smart place to check before applying anywhere else. So let's come back to that number. Everyone keeps throwing around $30 an hour. Is it real? Yes, actually, it is. But it's an average for freelancers who have already built a portfolio, collected solid reviews, and found their niche. It's not a starting point, it's a milestone. If you're just getting started, expect to earn less at first while you build credibility and then scale your rates up as your experience and your reputation grow. Here's the honest takeaway. These 6 platforms are legitimate doors into remote work and freelancing. Upwork and Fiverr for freelance gigs. Toptal once you've built real experience. FlexJobs, We Work Remotely, and remote.co. If you're hunting for an actual remote job instead, what you earn behind each of those doors depends entirely on your skills, your consistency, and how well you present yourself, not on some guaranteed number floating around social media. If this helped you understand what's actually behind those viral remote work posts, make sure to subscribe, because we're covering more real, practical ways to build an income online right here on this channel. See you in the next video.